And welcome to another episode of our video diary series. I'm Henry Higgins III, and we are on to week 70 of the video diary series of the DDP Yoga program, and things are going extremely well. Last week, again, was working from home. We'll talk about that in a second. So it gives me like 2 hours of the day back because I'm not commuting to or from work. The DDP Yoga, the bespoke exercises were all done again. There was a little bit during the week where I got a bit lethargic, so I did the exercises, but I didn't do them to the level I should be doing them at. I kind of was just a bit apathetic. That was on Wednesday. But the rest of the week, it was pretty damn good. Everything went according to plan. And the exercising, I'm ramping it up a little bit now by throwing in a little bit more repetition with regards to certain aspects of it. So rather than 5 DR rows, we're doing 10 DR rows. Rather than 1 set of broken airplane crunches, we're doing 2 sets, 2 on either side. Those little things, so we're pushing things forward a bit more, and hopefully we'll start to see improved results over the coming weeks and months. But again, it's been such an inspiration seeing so many people making so many changes to their lives. Instagram and Twitter and such like have been filled with feel-good stories of people who have taken that step for themselves. And I couldn't be more proud of the entire DDP Yoga community. It's a fantastic community to be a part of, and it's an inspiration every day. So thank you very much for everyone who has posted their own videos. Thank you to everyone who has given me comments in relation to what I'm doing. We will keep this going, and as I say, we'll have a big review for the first week of 2021, where we will adapt and we will move forward with various things. What that will entail, I have no idea. That's a good few weeks away yet. Last week was phenomenal on the DDP Yoga side, and next week should be equally as cool as it relates to the exercising and how I feel inside. Working from home continues. I thought I was going to be back in the office from tomorrow, Monday. That isn't going to be the case. We are going to be working from home, likely for the entirety of November. There's 2 full weeks of November, then I'm off for a week anyway. So we will be reviewing things every Friday, just on the off chance with management. But it'll definitely be reviewed in the last week of November going into December. Maybe I'll be working from home for the rest of the year. There's definite pros and cons to that. The main con is obviously the isolation. Video conferencing and such like obviously helps there, but the isolation of working on your own constantly. However, the pros vastly outweigh the cons. More focused work environment. The lack of a commute saves me time and money. When I finish work, I'm already home. When I get up in the morning, I'm already at work. Those kind of things do help. And working from home the last couple of weeks, there's been no drop in productivity. So the directors and upper management are happy as well for that to continue. So that's what we're going to do. 2021 is looking like it could be a good year. 2020 has been an abomination. And working from home is helping here. Hopefully vaccines will be done so the COVID thing will be dealt with eventually. But with the US election result yesterday, officially, or as officially as it can be at the moment, of Joe Biden being the president-elect, it does feel like a cloud has been lifted from across the world. Twitter, where I can't post at the moment because I'm in Twitter jail, I get out on Tuesday. Twitter has been awash with such positivity And it's very interesting to see the diametric opposite of how the left-leaning, the Democratic supporters, or those who aren't in the cult of Trump, then compare that to the right-wing Trump supporters, who are by and large aggressive, violent, intolerant, stupid. If you've seen the Killing in the Name, Rage Against the Machine video of someone, two Trump supporters, singing while it's playing in the background, Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine, while wearing Blue Lives Matter flags. The lack of self-awareness is ridiculous, and they are so far beyond parody at this point. Comedy shows like Saturday Night Live and Spitting Image can't do parodies of them because they are so far beyond parody themselves. So watching Trump throw tantrum after tantrum and just be called out on all his bullshit over and over again has been fantastic this last week. I have a lot of friends in the US. I am still scared for them, but to see them smile due to Trump being removed from office, it's such a weight off so many people's shoulders. And to all my friends in America, I wish you nothing but safety and love. The next couple of months are going to be tense, they're going to be stressful, but know that I've got your back. I'm here for you. If you need a sounding board, if you just need some words of encouragement, I'm here for you. Away from all of that, and into the world of video games, I did finish Lust for Darkness. It only took me 2 play sessions, about 4 hours. It's a decent game to play through, but there's nothing there really to grab you to play through it a second time. It is nowhere near as adult or salacious as the trailer and the promo material would have you believe. There is mild nudity in it, sexual overtones. It's not anything too extreme. It's not even anything close to extreme. But it was a worthy little playthrough. It was a nice little diversion. It's definitely not worth the £10 I paid for it. If it was £5 or less, yes. But if you need something to give yourself a quick playthrough and you can get it at a decent price, I would recommend giving it a quick spin. At the moment, I'm looking through the PlayStation Shop to see what to play next. There's an indie sale on the PS Store, so I'm going to have a look through that, see if there's anything that grabs my eye there. Also got Shadow of War on the PS Plus, which I've been wanting to play for a while, so I'll give that a go. And then we'll just see what comes out and what comes down in price and sales and such like between now and Christmas, especially with Black Friday at the end of this month as well. But for now, that's pretty much all I'm doing video game wise. Josh is hammering Rocket League again. He's playing tournaments and such like. But yeah, video game wise, I don't have anything screaming at me at the moment that I'm really into. Hopefully Shadow of War does grab me and I can put a good few hours into that. Haven't had a game to sink a lot of hours into, I think, since Days Gone. The Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I put in over like almost 200 hours into that. Days Gone, I think I probably put about 100 hours into. Valhalla's out. Watch Dogs, also from Ubisoft. Watch Dogs Legion is out. But I do believe that I'm going to learn from what I did with the PS4 and not get these games until I have the next gen console and play them straight on the next gen, which obviously will be current gen by then. I haven't watched any movies this week. Did watch episode 2 of the current season of The Mandalorain. That was fantastic. It's such a great show. It's filmed spectacularly. The concept art over the credits is always gorgeous. If you haven't seen season 1 of The Mandalorian, I would recommend you do so and jump on the train. Season 2, 2 episodes in, It's just phenomenal action, acting, everything about it is just great. So that's what I'm focusing on TV wise at the moment. Supernatural is coming to an end, so I've got 4 episodes queued for that. I think there's only 3 left. Afterwards, that'll be the end of that. Complete, the series is done then. The Arrowverse shows, although I think they're not calling them the Arrowverse anymore because Arrow is no longer airing. I think they're calling it the CW verse. But to me, it'll always be the Arrowverse. Arrow started it. I believe they're back in January. So once Supernatural's done, Mando will take us towards the end of the year. Then it'll be the Arrowverse shows back, which I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I'm also looking forward to cinemas reopening. But we're getting ahead of ourselves there. We will simply have to wait and see what that brings. I believe Black Widow is the next one that's due out. But there's so many movies backlogged now that the cinema, I'm probably going to be going to the cinema 2, maybe even 3 times a month next year. All going well when things reopen, due to the amount of movies that should have been released in 2020 being moved to 2021, and movies that are going to be released in 2021 that were going to be released in 2021 as well. So there's potentially 6 MCU movies next year. There will be The Batman, although that may have slipped to 2022. Halloween Kills, Candyman, and then whatever else comes out between now and then. So next year could be a phenomenal year for cinema. The box office needs it. Obviously, it's not had a great year. It's a 90% drop on 2019. So 2021 is going to be a big year. There's probably going to be a lot of deals to get people back into the cinemas. So it could be a very fruitful year for movie lovers. Josh and I also had a productive weekend. Friday we cleared up a lot of the clutter, so now we've got one big box with stuff that needs to be dumped. The whole house was gutted, tidied up, hoovering, dusting, polishing, wiping down, you name it, it was done. Multiple washing, laundry for non-Brits, and so many things. And then we boxed up a lot of figures again, still a load in boxes, and we rearranged some of the shelving, cleaned up the display and a lot of the other shelving as well. So the displays have kind of been jumbled around just a tiny bit, and now I'm very happy with the layout. I'm very happy with what we've got going on. The shelving behind me has probably had the biggest revamp. If you go and have a look from older videos, you'll see there's a lot less clutter on the shelves there. New figures are up there as well, including the 1/4 scale Harley taking pride of place in the middle of the shelving. We had to bump some of the shelving up to fit her in. Luckily, the top 2 shelves under the actual top shelf was just perfect spacing to keep the figures that are up there on there and move them up one. Other shelves have been revamped and such like, and it's a lovely feeling. It's always a lovely feeling when you do housework and you finish and you get to sit down. I will throw some pictures at the end of the video as well so you can get a good look at them on the screen. But that's pretty much been the weekend, doing the tidy up and putting stuff on shelves and such like. So it's been a productive weekend, tidying weekend, but it's almost over now. Josh is actually waiting on his mum coming to pick him up, take him home. So I'm going to wrap this up by saying that a good friend of the show, Bright Kelly, had his car vandalised to the point that he had to more or less sell it for scrap. So he is going to be doing a fundraising concert to help him raise funds for a replacement vehicle. As you can see on the screen just now, there's some links and there's some images of where you can help him out. And with regards to the concert itself, stay tuned for the specifics of that. Generally speaking, if you give a donation, you get the option of requesting a track. I have done so, many others have done so. You can do so if you wish to. Just follow the links and follow them on social media anyway. Follow the group, The Great Enough, as well. They are fantastic musicians that do amazing work. Some awesome covers, some amazing original pieces. Check them out, give them a follow, add to your music collection. On the channel, we have reached the finale of Movies of the Decade. So congratulations to John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, for taking 2019, joining the other movies in the top 10. So the episode going up tomorrow will be the finale, and you will find out which of those 10 movies is our movie of the decade. So stay tuned to the channel. You will get a notification if you have subscribed with the notification bell. There will be links going up on all the usual social media channels, although not until Wednesday on Twitter, because I think it's late on Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday morning even, before I'm out of Twitter jail, so I can't tweet or retweet or share anything on there for the moment. So look out for it, watch the finale, see if you agree with what movie made the final cut, see if you agree with what the ultimate movie of the decade is. Leave your feedback, leave your suggestions for other series in the channel along those lines if you enjoyed it. I am looking at doing 1984 as a standalone because I think that's the best year for cinema ever. But we'll see what the channel brings, but look out for the finale of Movies of the Decade on Monday. And before we call it a day, remember in the month of November we are running the Harley Quinn competition, where you have the chance of winning a Harley Quinn framed poster from Birds of Prey and 2 fantastic Harley Quinn figures. The video's on the channel, it will appear at the end of this as well. Get your entries in. There have been quite a lot of entries so far. It has been the most successful of all the competitions we've run on the channel to date. So please get your entries in with the correct answer, and like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look after yourself, look after each other, stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Yeah, you. Do you want to win this poster of my face? Of course you do. So get your thinking caps on and answer this simple question. What was the name of the episode in Batman the Animated Series where I made my fantabulous debut? Was it A, Joker's Favor, B, Mad Love, or C, The Man Who Killed the Batman? Entries need to be in by November 30th, so send your answer to Henry Higgins III and tell him Harley and Mr. J sent ya.